Hey everybody, we're the Nerds, and we're here today at Best Italian in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is the Elks Lodge location behind us. This is the original one, and we're looking forward to this. You ready, Steph?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And rolls just got here. It's got the baked Parmesan meatballs right there. Those look fantastic. And you got the garlic rolls over here, which are just dripping in garlic butter. They look really good.
Oh my goodness.
So we're digging in here. Look at this. At the bottom down here, look at that. Just pure garlic. These things look phenomenal. Steph, you tried the meatball and the garlic roll now. What do you think?
The garlic roll is very garlicky. They're very good though. Like you showed you earlier, but all of that butter and garlic, there's just an overabundance of it. And these meatballs are absolutely delicious.
All right, so let's try the meatball. It's like a tangy marinara, fantastic. And these garlic rolls, look at all that. That's just a phenomenal garlic roll. Reminds me of Torino's.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's a local place in Nashville.
Yeah, and then as we picked up our camera to record that, look what just came out.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy's what is it? Chicken parmesan?
Chicken parm, yep.
Yep, and then I have a big old thing of lasagna. So, looks good.
So this is a giant meatball, which is already huge. Look at the size of that lasagna. That lasagna is just huge, cheesy, melty. The chicken parm is huge. I mean, these portions can feed 2 people. We'll be taking some at home, but these are some huge portions here. Steph, what's your first thoughts?
It is, how do the kids say it nowadays? Slapping?
Slapping?
Yeah, it's delicious. Like, this is our new favorite. It's my favorite Italian restaurant in Gatlinburg. All right, Jeremy, how is it?
Fantastic. Battistas is my all-time favorite. This is getting pretty close to Battistas.
Battistas is in Vegas, for those of you who don't know. It is our favorite restaurant, Italian restaurant there.
Yeah, this place is, we'll do a full review when we get done, but phenomenal, fantastic, whatever word you want to use, it's awesome.
Slapping.
Slapping. Just so you get an idea, like half the chicken parm left, half a little meatball left, several rolls left, about a half lasagna left. You can get very full here, lots of food, and lots to take home too. We are done with Best Italian now. I keep wanting to call it Battistas. That's one of our favorite Italian restaurants out in Las Vegas. And I'll put the link in the description below from our video we did there last year. I didn't show you the receipt inside, loud music and things in there. Sierra Mist 350, Mountain Dew 350. Those baked meatballs, wow, those are good. $9. Somewhere here I can't see. $17 for the lasagna. $18 for the chicken parm, and it came with 3 rolls for each one. They actually gave us an extra roll. Came to $56.71 with tax, and then after tip was a little bit over $70. I think it's $72 after tip. Since we're talking about tip right now, I'll talk about service. Amazing. Server was fantastic, very quick, very to the point. Make sure everything was taken care of. Drinks didn't even get halfway on before we got refills on our drinks. That's how you do service. Quick. Take care of the customer, phenomenal. On the atmosphere, I guess for me, was just really cool. It reminds me kind of Battistas too. It's kind of like they call it Battistas hole in the wall in Vegas. It's kind of like a hole in the wall, but still kind of nice. That's how it is, kind of like that off, kind of the beaten path, but still like it's upkept, but just nothing special.
And
just
I like that it's tucked back off to the parkway. It's not right on the strip and all the action. It's still very close, but it's kind of tucked back and a little quieter back here.
Yeah, I like the atmosphere in there a lot too. It's just a cool place. I had to wait about 30 minutes tonight, so it wasn't too bad either.
They told us it was going to be 45 to an hour, and I think it was like he said 30. It wasn't bad at all. It was really good.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes, or should I say the chicken and noodles. chicken parmesan noodles?
I don't know what he's talking about, guys. But let me just tell
Hot
you,
jokes are funny.
I've been wanting to come here forever and try it. And every review, and a lot of the YouTubers that I've seen have come here. But everybody gets the pizza or the calzone. And when I think of an Italian restaurant, I don't just think of pizza or calzones. Like, I want to try your pasta or your lasagna or, what did you get? Chicken parmesan. Chicken parmesan. We just said it like that. But I wanted to try the pasta. So I got the lasagna. Absolutely, hands down, the best.
It was slapping.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
You
slapping.
You said in the video.
We're too old. We're too old. I try to be cool like the cool kids, but... yeah, that lasagna was absolutely delicious. It was so cheesy. It was just the flavor. The sauce in the lasagna was a totally different sauce than the sauce on the meatballs, which was a totally different sauce than the sauce on his chicken parmesan. So all three had their own unique sauce, and all three were delicious. I'd highly recommend coming here if you guys are thinking about it, and try something besides their pizza, besides their calzones that are so huge that everybody wants to try. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure they're great, but they have really good pasta. I want to come back and try everything else.
At one time?
No, multiple trips.
Oh, you have today, sir. The whole menu.
No.
We'll have a situation, Mike the situation style. What did you rating though?
10 out of 10. 100%. Atmosphere, service, the food was delicious. There's nothing wrong here. Nothing.
So, for me, I'll start with the rolls. When I was 14 or 15, I don't know if this is even legal, I was working at Torino's in Nashville, and very limited hours. This was my first jobs, but Torino's Italian restaurant in Nashville. I think there's actually one in Knoxville. I'm not sure if it's the same owners. They opened up under another name for a while in Franklin, Tennessee. I remember Miguel was the owner of that place. And those rolls were just soaked in garlic butter, dripping, fantastic. These are the same thing pretty much. I actually kind of like these a little better. And so these are probably the best garlic rolls I've ever had. I love them here. So fantastic there. The meatballs, I don't usually like meatballs that much. I think meatballs are kind of plain. You just have meat, you have a sauce. It's usually a tomato sauce, base sauce marinara, and then you just have some kind of seasoning. A lot of times they put panko breadcrumbs or put cheese in it. So I don't usually like meatballs much. I know Steph loves them.
I do.
These meatballs, I get every time. There's a different sauce. It's like a tangy marinara good. It was baked and cheesy and just like really fresh on the meat. It was just a different meatball. I love it. I'll take those guys home with me every time. Those meatballs are good. So I tried Steph's lasagna. I'm also not a big lasagna person either. I think when you get too much noodle, the noodle ratio becomes too high. So you don't have a lot of time. A lot of times you get lasagna, it's just like ricotta, however you want to pronounce it, and then lots of noodles. This is going to be a long outro. I love food. So a lot of times you get just so much noodle in there, and sauce is like, I might as well just get some pasta. Here, no. They put extra sauce in there, extra cheese in there, and the noodles were just kind of like, they weren't mushy, but they were just so soft. It was a little bit, not al dente almost, but it was just a little bit softer than that, but it worked perfect with lasagna. It just felt like you're just eating a pillow of lasagna. It was amazing. So I would get the lasagna here. And I'm not a big fan of lasagna. The chicken parmesan, fantastic. It's like a panko type breadcrumb on there. Perfectly cooked, a little bit crispy on the edges. Loved it. The pasta was kind of like an angel hair, but a little bit different. Really good. It had kind of like a real lighter marinara sauce on there, but I loved it because it really highlighted the fantastic chicken with that cheese baked on top. Oh man, that was fantastic. So yeah.
So you're saying you liked it?
Yeah, I'm going back inside for my dinner, which is the dinner after. We literally got, I was about to say
the same thing. I'm so tired of you. You're
We've
reading
got
my mind.
leftovers enough for a whole entire meal. We're making the hotel with us.
Half or less than half of each of our meals. We had a meatball left. We had 4 rolls left. Yeah.
You could easily split an entree. If you got that chicken parm, for example, and you had if you didn't even have the appetizer, you could still split it. But you got an appetizer.
I'll tell you what.
You can split everything here.
What I want to try next time. You know what I want to try next time. The antipasto salad.
Oh, those things are huge.
They brought one out to the table next to us. It was huge and it looks so good. So I'm excited. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, everything here is fantastic. So 10 out of 10 for me. Battistas is my favorite of all time. This is up there with Battistas. That says a lot. This is not just your typical Italian restaurant. We've been to a lot of Italian places.
Yeah, and I was telling Jeremy, like, Battistas I know it's my favorite in Vegas. And now I know best Italian stuff here in Gatlinburg. We live in Nashville, and we have a lot of good restaurants. Maggiano's is probably the best, I'd say, Italian.
Yeah, there's some other places hit and miss, but yeah.
And it's a really fancy, expensive restaurant. To me, this is better.
Oh yeah, by far, yeah.
By far. And it's just, I love it.
And there's some other places in Nashville too that aren't just Italian places that has really good chicken parm. You know that one place downtown that was open like 2 a.m. We used to get occasionally. It was that to-go place by the hotel.
No.
They had everything from pasta to sandwiches to a steak.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Steph has no idea. But there was some place downtown, but the name of it now. But there's a lot of different places in Nashville have good pizza. Just never really get on the pasta side.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it either.
Yeah, they're
Sorry,
open.
guys.
I think they're open 24 hours. But
Yeah.
you go in there like at 2 a.m. and you're like, have a chicken Alfredo, please, thank you. And they make it up for you. It's really good.
But moral of that whole tangent is that I think this is better than even the most expensive Italian restaurant that we know of in Nashville.
Yeah. It's just, again, you may think like $70-something. You know, we did tip a little extra here because service was fantastic. But when you get service this good and food this good, it's worth it. And, you know, whether it's a splurge item for you or something you come here every week, I don't know, you know, anybody's budgets, but like, this is how restaurants should be. And then you pay for the quality, you pay for the experience, you pay for the service, and then you don't have a problem doing it. So this place is just hands down. And our server, something right there. Woo! Server was Ricky M. You asked for him. I guarantee you he's going to take care of him.
He was fantastic.
I never even saw him without a smile. I was like, he's smiling the whole time.
No, he brought everything we needed, and we never had to ask for it. But he didn't hover, and it was perfect.
Best Italian, if you see this, y'all should pay him double. Nerd stamp approved service, right? That was good.
All right.
We've been talking for a while.
Yeah, we need to go.
I love food, and I'll talk about. Anybody want to talk about food? We'll just sit down and have a 3-hour lunch or dinner together.
He's not kidding.
But with that being said, the nerds are
out.